And even if it's just to get yourself on video so you can see what you're doing, let me know, okay? So with that, I'm going to introduce Infinity Swaim.
Yay! Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm going to talk really fast because I know we're supposed to be out of here in like 15 minutes. So we're going to go through really fast, but really my key, I want to explain to you my goal today. My goal today is not to sell to you. My goal today is to connect with you. So if you would help me do that, that would be awesome. If everybody could grab your phone. I promise I'm not gonna like just surprise. Now I'm gonna send you a bunch of ads. No. I want to connect with you. I want to send you an actual personal text. So if you would grab your phones and take a selfie really quick. That's okay. That's all right. I will not judge you by your picture. I just want to know who I'm talking to when I connect with you. Snap a selfie really fast, and then stick it in a text message. And I'm gonna give you the phone number in just a minute. Name tag in there is so good.
And if you're done first, you'll get a 1-up.
Yes. Oh, there you go. The phone number's right here if you're ahead of everybody else. My phone number is 619-244-0928. And that is my personal cell phone number. It's not an email list or anything like that. I just would love to get to know you. And if you would put your name in there, that would be great. 619-244-0928. Done. Awesome. Okay. So now that little piece of business is out of the way. Oh, good job. Okay, Sylvia wins. Yay. Sylvia wins. I already have your phone number. My goal, we want to work with people that we know, like, and trust. So my goal today is to get you to get to know you, and to give you the opportunity to get to know me. Hopefully you like me. If you don't like me, please don't text me. I just can't take that kind of rejection. But really, I want you to trust me. I hope that after hearing my story, I'm not just a face. I want you to trust me and understand that I've been where you may be or where your loved ones may be, so that, when it does come time to refer, you think of me. If it does come time to collaborate on a project, you think of me. So that's what we're doing today. Hi, come on in. Okay. How many single moms are in the room? We don't have very many. Okay, all right. So we've got a few. How many people have been affected by a divorce or breakup in some significant way? Okay. Good or bad? Good or bad? Sure. Why not? Okay. It's all in how you look at it sometimes. This is a huge issue. And hi, come on in. No, welcome. Thank you. You're gonna have to snap a selfie, just so you know, and send it to me. Does anybody want to take a guess of the percentage of children in the U.S. that are being raised without a father? Close. 43%. Wow. 43% without a dad. Okay, so this is the 50-50 statistic, the 50% of marriages end statistic, which, by the way, does not take into account, it doesn't mean 50% of people are going to get divorced. It means that, that includes second marriages and third marriages and 17th marriages. And, once you're in a pattern, it tends to hold. But half of U.S. kids will see their mom and dad split. Does anybody want to guess how many of those kids will see a second divorce while they're in the home? 30? Not quite. It is almost half again. Oh my God. Yeah, almost half again. Well, yeah, we just do it again. We get stuck in patterns, right? So the average time before remarriage in the U.S., any guesses? How many years? 1? No. It's 3. It is 3. It's 3.1 for women and just a little bit longer for men, 3.3. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Yeah, it's always interesting to compare statistics to what our personal experience is. So to me, putting these two together, so people are getting married again. It's clearly happening. But we want to avoid this. We want to avoid those kids going through this again. So that is one of the reasons I'm so passionate about what I do. We need to get our crap together before we move into that next phase of our lives. I'm going to erase this so I have room to write, but there we go. Okay, So who the heck am I to tell you anything about any of this? I was raised by a single mom. My mom is amazing. By the way, my dad is here today, but my dad lived in Michigan my entire growing up. He's finally made it out here. Finally! Yes, I win! But my whole life, he was far away. So it was me and my mom and my grandma. I was raised by women. My mom did everything. She was the one that stayed up late with me typing my papers, and she was the one that was at every performance and every soccer game and every fill in the blank. She was the one that paid for every meal that I wanted to go out with my friends, and she was everything. She had no money, I'm telling you. She went back to college while I was growing up. She's the strongest woman I know, but she never had another relationship. So I've never seen a relationship. So guess what? When it was time for me to have a relationship, I didn't know what the heck I was looking for. I married my first boyfriend. And I was married for a very long time. I did have the advantage of really believing in Disney-type love. So I hung in there for a good long time. I was married 13 and a half years, I think was the total. And it was a difficult marriage. I'm not going to tell you all the personal stuff, but know that it was really, really hard. And I've been through some really crappy stuff. And we have 4 kids. And I heard some other 4s. Raise your hand, 4 kids, both of you? Yeah. You're insane. Oh, okay. So yeah. Okay. All right. Good. 5. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm taking away your prize because you're too crazy. So, what was my point with that? I totally lost track of thought. Lost track of. Oh, thank you. So I was married a very long time, and I was in a very controlling relationship. So I lost so much of me. But when you're in a situation like this, you don't know what's happening until you've lost so much of yourself that you don't recognize you anymore. And when you're in that state, leaving takes a long time because you question everything. You question yourself. So I was in this state for a number of years, and then you've got all the people telling you, well, you have to stay together for the kids, or you're just wrong, you're going to mess them up, you know. It's a really difficult decision to make. So I have been there. And I finally made the choice to let go of the bar and know the net was there. But guess what? That net was a lot farther away than I thought it was going to be. It took a very, very long time for me to pull myself together. It's the first time I've ever been through any kind of depression in my life, because not only did I lose my marriage, but I lost my church. They shunned me like old time shunning, like in the 1200s. I just guessed on that time period. I don't actually know if it's 1200s. Anyway, but they were actually told, this congregation of 400 people were told not to socialize with me, not to be Facebook friends with me, not to like things, not to invite me to lunch, unless I was to return to my marriage. So it was the first time I'd ever experienced that kind of pain. So pain of divorce and pain of loss of everyone. And you know that a divorce, the process you go through is very similar to losing someone to death. And what are the two things? If someone dies, what happens with your friends and family? What do they do for you? Yeah, they come around and support you. What happens to your friends, at least the mutual friends that you had when you're married, when there's a divorce? They split, right? I mean, no fault of theirs. Some people can hang, some people can't. But yeah, it's really painful. It's uncomfortable for people to have to choose suddenly when they used to not have to. So yeah, so it was painful, okay? There's pain. That's the whole point. Anyway, this is the time in my life I really could have used a coach. I needed someone to tell me. I didn't need someone just to tell me what a bastard my ex was, or that's, our friends are around for certain reasons, and that's one of them. But a coach would have been the best thing for me. So having learned that, I'm 4 years later, that's what I do. I actually began coaching women weight loss. I'm actually a Weight Watchers leader. So that's my training in coaching. But I was watching women shrink, but they were still there was still so much on the inside that wasn't changing. And so I have stepped out of that. I've also done beauty consulting. It's all important. It's all important. And it's not just the inside that's important either. Why is it important to feel good about the way you look, ladies? And Peter and Paul. What's that? Confidence. Okay. Self-esteem. What do those things do for you?
Make you feel better on the inside.
Make you feel better on the inside. When you feel better on the inside, what happens? You step past fear. I love that. What else? I heard something else. Anything? Anything else? You thrive. You do. You do. So, yes, exactly. You're willing to step forward and try. That's a good point. You're right. You're right. Life is easier for those who have money and those who are attractive. It's true. It's true. So for all of these reasons, and as women, what do we do? What do we do with all of our energy and our time and our money? And we take care of everybody else except for us. So when we do choose to take care of us, when we choose to go get a haircut, which, by the way, when you walk out of a salon with a smashing good haircut, do you know what happens? You know how good that feels, right? You know what happens? Why that feels so good?
Someone just took care of you.
Yes. And what that does for you is it makes you feel important. And when we feel important, our brains actually release a chemical called serotonin. And that's the stuff in antidepressants, ladies. Okay? So taking care of ourselves and feeling good about the way we look and feeling like people are noticing us, it's very important to our health and our development and our well-being. So anyway, okay. I know I'm supposed to be hurrying here. Okay, so I want to walk you through what I do as a coach. Very quickly, we're going to do just a little exercise. And I take this from a holistic approach, which means several different angles. We will cover the physical. We will cover some mental stuff like, I can't think of any examples right now, but but learning, education, walk, talk, and posture. And then we'll also cover some emotional things. And I'm going to go through a little exercise with you right now. The physical we covered. I don't have to cut your hair, right? You know what physical changes are. Okay. So let's just do this because we don't have a lot of time. Let's do this one. I want you to think about one relationship in your life that you need to let go of, or that you have recently let go and you're still having thoughts. So just put that person in your mind, and if you don't have this person, it's okay. Just listen. Just listen and save it for next time. You can cut me when I text you later. Okay, so close your eyes and visualize a cord between you and this person. See their face, see what they're wearing, their mannerisms, how they're breathing, and this cord just between you. Now just say in your head anything you need to say to this person, because you're about to say goodbye. And when you're ready, I want you to grab something, not scissors. I want you to grab something like a lightsaber, something that with one cut, this cord is going to be severed. Just hold it in your dominant hand and hold on to the cord with your non-dominant hand. And when you're ready, take a slice, cut that cord. And as soon as you cut, that person is going to float away from you, up in the sky, out of your life. You can't hear them talking anymore. You just watch them float off to your left. And whenever this person bugs you, or or comes back into your life and suddenly that cord is there again, you repeat this exercise. And one day you'll realize that you have really let them go. So that's what a coach does. That's why a coach is different than your mom. That's why a coach is different than your best friend. That's why a coach is different than God. And there's no way coaches are better than God. Don't even dare misquote me there. But it's different having somebody say, this is what you need to do for this specific thing in this specific moment. So I love what I do. I love it. Okay. So the important thing is you want to change the way you feel about you, inside and out. It's the most important thing to moving forward. I have moved forward in my life. I love my life. And we talked about authenticity last time we were here. And I just want to kind of end with this thought. It's more than authenticity that's important, that we need to grasp onto. It's also sincerity. Because when we're just being authentic, sometimes we use that as a crutch. Well, I'm just being me. Oh, that's just me. Okay? Yes, sometimes it's just you. But when you are sincerely pursuing the next step, the person you want to be, there's beauty in that too. And that is how we're going to move forward. So you may be walking in the shoes that don't quite fit yet, and it's okay. It's okay to do that, right? Yeah. All right. Okay. So I just want to tell you, if you want to talk further, because I'm out of time, so out of time. If you want to talk further, I have a list over here. Just put your name down here, and we can just have like a 20-minute conversation about whatever you would like to speak about. If you want to collaborate, you want to talk to me about coaching stuff, I would love to speak with you. And I also have an event coming up in a week. Oh, geez, it's a week away. Okay, it's a little more than a week. On the 24th, and that information is over here too. So if you want info on that, I would love to tell you. All right, that's all. Oh, here are pictures of my before when I was married and I was feeling invisible, and I was a mom. I was just a mom, just.
What time on the 24th?
It is 11:30. Yeah, 11:30 to 1. And we're doing a workshop. This is actually it's in, oh golly. It's at Fit for Life, San Diego. It's a gym, and it's in, I believe, Miramar, Encinitas.